Welcome, Gemini. Welcome to Jupiter enters Gemini. So whether it's an ascendant or a sun sign or a moon or a Venus, it's pretty exciting because Jupiter is benefic. So it entering our sign is pretty exciting. Lots of changes, lots of possibilities coming up for the year ahead. So it stays in Gemini um, for a year and will be leaving in June of 2025. So I'm going to be doing a reading within, without, and advice. So we're going to start with the Oracle cards. It's kind of interesting messages within, without, and advice. All right, starting with what's going on within. I am a galactic starseed blooming. Yes, you are. And Jupiter's going to be adding more and more to that. And it's interesting that Jupiter will be eventually going conjunct with some, joining together with something in your sign. So whether it's any planet or even your north node or your south node, Jupiter being there is going to make a difference. And the fact that within you is, you've already been getting the message, I am a galactic star seed blooming. There's so many magical things that are going to be coming up, and to pace yourself. Fortunately, Gemini is mutable, so we can adjust to change, and Jupiter is going to be moving quickly, very quickly for the first 6 months, very quickly. So there's going to be a lot of things happening very fast, right? And I think we'll get adjusted to that very quickly. But you do need to build in rest and grounding, or otherwise you're just going to get too scattered, right? I'm a Gemini rising. I know this. So let's take a look at what is your outside influences. Your words create worlds. Intention setting. You definitely are in control of your surroundings based on your viewpoint of them. Entirely based on your viewpoint of them. So, and I think I like that's why I'm a galactic starseed blooming. I do have control over things. I have control over how I view things, how I react to them. And when you're setting intentions, and this is a 44 card, your words create worlds. The intention settings that we have coming up are going to be and have been huge. And it just keeps coming back and just making any of our intentions that we set earlier in the year stronger and stronger. So let's take a look at what the advice is. Your greatest joy pollinates the world. Have faith in what you're going to be doing, right? Have faith that it's going to turn out. It's, all this energy is going to be working in your favor. Jupiter is Jupiter in the first house, or Jupiter going through your sign and conjuncting anything that you might have, like the sun, moon, Venus, Mars even. Jupiter is going to expand that energy, but you need to direct that energy. You definitely need to direct that energy so that you can get it to work for you. And I say this because, number one, I've always thought that, and then going to a very huge astrological conference, I really got that as a message. It's like, okay, of all the things that this can mean, good and bad, how do you want it to turn out? And then choose that and make steps towards that. So that was very, very interesting that you can have a lot of control in that. And with your thoughts, your words create worlds. Your thoughts create worlds. So let's take a look at within again. I am a galactic starseed blooming. So let's see what messages the tarot cards have for that. The Hierophant, the wise woman, the woman of the village who holds and passes on all the knowledge to everyone around her, the go-to person. So you've got that. Well, and And I'm laughing because Gemini is so much about knowledge. I mean, we love to learn. And I think that is one of our strong points because we can hold a lot of that information. Um, and remember useful things. It's just like all of a sudden, we come across something and, oh, this reminds us of that. And so that's how that works out. And so, you can do little circles in your mind and come up with a reasonable answer to something just because you've had enough um, information that you've done dump and, jumps down rabbit holes. So within, you do have that knowledge. You do. Three of Swords. This has been coming up way too much. And I really feel like it's about people not trusting their intuition. And I think that's something that you have to stop and you have to listen. And I'm guilty of this because, the mind is racing, but the heart is where the intuition comes from. Okay. So, you need to stop and listen to that because I think, look at all this lightning Uranus energy that's up here that's been going on. And Jupiter can be pretty strong, and it's going to be moving quickly, and there's going to be a lot of things going on. So, I think you have to really learn to trust your intuition in these things. So, and then the Tower. Okay, so this is actually Rapunzel. Now, there are some people jumping off, but Rapunzel also has her hair and is letting it down. There's an easier exit to this Tower moment. And I think that is something that you need to bear in mind. And that is from within. You don't have to make that kind of an exit. There's an easier exit from this Tower. And I think that is something, I think there's unexpected things that are going to be coming up for the collective. I do think that. But because Gemini is a mutable sign, that adjusting to whatever happens okay, all right, Tower over here, that's blocked the road. What are our other options? Okay, plan A has just been eliminated. Plan B. And they will go to plan B. And they will commit to plan B. But if that changes, it's like, okay, we'll come up with another plan. They are able to pivot and make those changes as they have to. And then not get bogged down and, oh no, this happened. Okay, yeah, it happened, but we have to keep moving, right? Just because this tower came down and blocked the road doesn't mean that we just stop. We keep moving. We keep adjusting. So your words create worlds. What is the outside? The Wheel of Fortune. Synchronicities, things working in your favor. There's always an ending, and I think that's what the Tower is signifying. There's an ending before there's a beginning, and it is moving in your favor. Your words create worlds. And there's the world. What changes can come about? Eight of Wands, messages. What's going to be coming in for you as messages? Coming in quickly, adjusting quickly. So I think that's part of that, again, the energy of Gemini. Three of Cups. I think that from the outside is celebrating when you can, enjoying, because there's something to be said about utilizing humor and laughter and joy in times of great change. And things are going to change. There's going to be a lot of change going on. And even it might be even a little bit more than what a Gemini would be accustomed to dealing with. But in that case, do some grounding and learn to take a deep breath, listen to what's going on in your intuition. And I think that will help you quite a bit. So let's take a look at what the advice is. I want to shuffle more. I'm like, oh, you need to shuffle. So it's like, okay, I will shuffle for some advice. The advice part. Advice. Wow. Okay. You have to listen. It tells you to shuffle, you listen. Okay. All right. Now it's ready. All right. Advice. Knight of Wands. Yes, enjoying the moment, right? Your greatest pollinates the world. You have to have joy. I think that there's things that are going to be, unexpected. Yes. But, Gemini's got Jupiter coming into it, right? So I think that not everything is going to be like a bad change. I think there's going to be a lot of good change, but I think you have to use intention as well. Jupiter actually coming into Gemini is great for Gemini. It really is. It expands. And this is actually, this is the story of the little matchbox girl, right? And here she is outside this church, 5 of coins. And it's that who is going to who's going to help? This is this is so kind of not an energy of Gemini, because we're usually connected to other people in such a way because we do believe in communication. And hey, if we were in charge, this wouldn't be happening. What? There's somebody out there? Bring him in. Let's hear the story. Let's hear what's going on. There's no reason for someone to be left out in the cold. There isn't. The Magician. This is a fairy godmother. How nice is that? To this little Cinderella energy, right? Interesting. There are such better things coming. And Jupiter is going to be that fairy godmother energy. Set intentions with it, though. Jupiter isn't going to know what to bring in unless you set intentions as to what your goals are, what your dreams are, what your wants are. And Gemini should be able to do that very well, right? Just focus. Guilty, Gemini, rising, focus. Okay. So let's take a look at, we're going to end with oracle cards, within, without, and advice again. Within, without, advice. Okay. Oh, good. All right. Within, great big love. And with Jupiter expanding us, I feel like that. A great big love. I'm a galactic starseed blooming. Blooming. Outside. The Oracle's gift. The second I saw the Oracle's gift, it's like Gemini has a gift for words. And I think that's one of the gifts that we have. We love words. We love hearing words used in a beautiful way. I really love someone who knows how to utilize language in a way that can express emotions, feelings, thoughts, ideas. And Gemini is so capable of that. And I think that is one of the gifts that they can give to the outside, is like, okay, here may be a leader over here and they have an idea, but sometimes they need a Gemini to make it understandable, right? And connect a little bit easier with what that idea is all about, right? It's a great idea. but not everybody is in order, right? Not everybody can connect easily and have different ways of explaining things so that people understand, right? Your gift, that is your gift. Advice. Ears wide open. Okay, guilty. We like to talk. We love to talk. We love people. We love communicating. But sometimes we need to listen. And I think that's great advice because I think that is gaining more knowledge for us, which is something we love as well. We just need to take that extra time and listen to what the feedback is. And I think that it's going to be very, I like this whole fairy godmother energy with Jupiter. So listen sometimes too, because you might get synchronicities and things showing up that can be really beneficial. So enjoy Jupiter in your sign. Bye.